Hello and welcome back. Now I am going to show you now how to weigh your ingredients. I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. What I'm doing now is something that you're going to be doing further on in the course, but this is actually creating a relative floral accord. So what I am actually going to do now, I'm going to show you how to weigh ingredients and how to properly use these scales. So first of all, you turn your scales on. Now there's two ways that you can do it when you want to weigh things. If you want to turn it on like this, can you see? I'm going to show you something now. I'm going to blow. Did you see the scales move? Just with just a little bit of breath. This is how delicate they are. And it's weighing my feather as well, and because there's a little bit of a breeze, you shouldn't have a breeze. Can you see the feather moving? So you shouldn't have a breeze in your workroom because it's going to make your scales actually fluctuate. Can you see how it's moving now because there's a little bit of a breeze? So bear with me, I am just going to go and turn off my air conditioning. Okay, so I've turned off the AC now. Before you put anything, zero the scales. It's a good idea. Now I'm going to make a floral accord, but at the same time it's showing you how to weigh your ingredients properly. So I've got these beautiful little tumblers here. I've got it labelled, and can you see now it's weighing the bottle for me. So I want to, and I'm doing this upside down, so bear with me if I say anything wrong about any of these measurements like that. This looks like echo. So let's zero it again now, so it's now nothing. So we want to weigh now basically 0.3 grams of hyacinth. Now I've already talked about the drops, but you couldn't see the scales in the last video, so I want to show you now. Now can you see how it's registering these drops? Now I put a couple of drops in, it's 0.04, 0.05, 0.6 and so on. So some drops, because in these pipettes I've said before, you're getting about half a drop in these ones, which this is why I love them, because the end is so narrow. So for this particular accord I'm making now, I'm putting some hyacinth and I want 0.3. I'm up to 0.24, so we're going to do it drop by drop. Oh, it's fluctuating. Can you see between 2, 9 and 3? What do I do? Shall I try and get half or a quarter of a drop out? There we go. Did you see that? That's fantastic. So it does work, and I've got a nice smelling cocktail stick. I'm going to throw the cocktail stick in my bin now. Now I'm going to put another oil. I'm going to add jasmine. So again, in between, you need to zero. This is why I want you to buy these scales, Japanese scales, because I bought Chinese ones before and they don't register the drops. They're not sensitive enough. And it's better if you put the bottle in the middle of the scale. And if you're unsure, zero again before you start adding. Now I want 0.20 grams of jasmine. I'm already up to 1, so I don't want much more. And gently does it, all the time, gently does it. And again, if you think you need half a drop, and it's a good way to practice. And you see, did you see that? How sometimes there's a little bit of it. Oh, it's gone back to 19 now. Now that's going to be fluctuating. You can get scales that actually have got 3 decimal points. There we go. So now we're going to 0.20 of jasmine. We're going to zero it again. Throw that cocktail stick away. And now I'm going to add some alpha ionone. This is in one of the accords that I am actually creating later. So I just want 0.05 of ionone. So this might be 2 or 3 drops. Let's have a look. And see, there's a delay. So wait, if you think, oh, it's not really registering it. It's a very light oil. 4. Can I get the half? I'm not going to use a cocktail stick this time. I'm going to use it like this. And it registered. See how sensitive these scales are? It's registering 1 single drop. Now I'm going to do this just for the sake of this experiment. Oops! I added too much. What will I do? You go to your formula, you get your trusty little pen, and you make a note of it on your chart that you've added 0.10. And then you put your lid on. And that's it. That's how you weigh your ingredients. It's really, really simple on the scales. Things you need to remember is don't have a breeze in your room because that affects it. So I'm going to blow on it again. Can you see it moving just with the breath? So yeah, and then in between every ingredient, 0 it. And don't think that all of these bottles weigh the same, because trust me, they don't. There's 1 bottle. I'm going to 0. That's a 0. Put 1 bottle. That weighs 19.08. 0. 19.82. So don't make the mistake that you think, well, it's probably because it's got a label, but anyway, don't make the mistake of thinking that all your bottles and your ingredients weigh the same. That's why it's really important to use scales. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. I've shown you how to weigh your ingredients really simply and how to get the most out of your scales, and always turn it off. These scales actually have a shut-off point, so if you leave it standing for like a couple of minutes, it'll actually switch itself off. So you need to be, you know, don't like pause too much in between adding all your ingredients. So that's it. The diary of the scales. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.